with a few peaks of sun. Highs level off around 85. Southwesterly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Slight chance of rain showers. Lows dip down to about 68. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Currently, it's 70 degrees.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for your expanded local news. I'm Reed Kamai. This first story is part 3 of a 5-part series detailing the potential data center to Christian County. The Hart Media Group sat down with Ken Lober with Eagle Rock Partners on Tuesday to discuss the potential community concerns of a data center in Christian County. The Hart Media Group posted these audio responses in their entirety, completely unedited, with the responses from Lober for the public. The Hart Media Group's first question in this part is as follows. There is concern that your proposed data center will use massive amounts of water, impacting our citizens and our local farmers who rely on our water resources. How much water will this data center use, and should citizens of Christian County be concerned about their water?
Yes, Christian County residents should be concerned about whatever it is that they have a concern about. The big 3 for our data center development across the country is my utility rates are going to go up, they're noisy, and you're going to suck up all the water. And those are, regularly questions that people have in communities. Data centers have been around for 25 to 30 years, and they have evolved, much like cars have evolved, and technology and televisions have evolved. The current model of building a large hyperscale campus, which this is to use what's called a closed loop, non-evaporative cooling. When you drive around, you see a hospital or a school, and you see that evaporative cloud of steam coming off the top. That's evaporative cooling. That is very efficient from a power perspective, very inefficient from a water perspective. It's not practical, it's not reasonable, it's not responsible to do that on a project of this size and scale. So we use cold water, goes into the building, it absorbs the heat, comes back out, and we use the same technology using a radiator in a car. That heat goes through a flat plate heat exchanger out into the environment. We use power to cool it and send it back in. So it's very, very water efficient, less efficient from a power perspective. From a cooling perspective, we'll use as much as that water bottle over there on a daily basis. We don't use refill water to cool a data center. The other thing that we'll use water for is to fill up 2 tanks during construction for fire protection. God willing, we never have to use them, but that is water that has to be placed during that year of construction. And then lastly, we'll use domestic water for the employees to wash their hands, go to the bathroom. And that water is about 18,750, let's call it 20,000 gallons a day. That's equivalent to a car wash. It's equivalent to irrigating a par 5 hole during the summer. It's equivalent to 47 single family homes. I know we don't irrigate corn in this part of the state, but elsewhere where we do, it's irrigating 4 acres of corn. So the water use on a daily recurring basis is nominal.
The Hart Media Group then asked, there is also concern that your project will use massive amounts of electricity. Will your project cause electric rates to go up for the citizens of Christian County?
Not because of this project, probably as a qualifier. Electric rates are going up across the country for a host of different things. Labor is going up and more expensive. Copper is more expensive. Deferred maintenance hasn't been done on a lot of the grid. Those are things that have nothing to do with this project that may or may not raise power rates. As it pertains to this specific project, all of the offsite improvements and all the infrastructure necessary, we pay 100% of. And again, we don't deserve nor ask for any credit for that. It's the right thing to do. Our ECC, which is the co-op that this reports into, Sean Middleton is the president of that, and he would be a better voice to be able to affirm that this is not going to raise anybody's rates, which he will.
Stay tuned to Taylorville Daily News for all the latest on the data center information. To date, no data center information has been sent to the county and no paperwork has been filed. And again, this story is part 3 of a 5-part series. The full series is available on our website, TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Community members in Pana can now enjoy a new skate park. The new space is called Lincoln Park, as it is in the same area as the old Lincoln Elementary School. The skate park is the culmination of a years-long effort between city committees and the Pana Pride organization. Officials from both entities hosted a grand opening on May 26th. Melissa Miller is the president of Pana Pride. She says the skate park has already seen heavy use from the community.
The pump track, every time I've gone by, I call it the pump track. It's a pump track and a skate park, but for some reason I just keep saying pump track. But every time I go by the pump track, tons of kids out riding their bikes. Even when the items were delivered to set it up, before they were even out, there were kids playing on them, riding their bikes. So it's I think it's something that is going to be positive for Pana. It was put together by the city of Pana. Is basically in charge of it, so I don't know 100% of the details. Pana Pride assisted with fundraising for it early on when it was being talked about. It was a couple years in the making before it finally came to fruition, but it is there now. And like I said, every time I go by, there's kids out there all hours of the day and night. Even in the rain, they were out there one day.
The space includes a pump track, as you heard her describe, which is a linear course that contains many elements of an enclosed skate park area.
It's just an ongoing kind of rectangular path that's up on raised, I'm going to say plastic, but I know that's not what it is. It's made of something durable that the kids can ride their bikes on. And then next to it are a bunch of ramps and items that they can use their skateboards on. And I know the day we were there for the opening, there was somebody there on rollerblades, roller skating around the outside of it. And I thought, hey, I didn't think about roller skating. And so I asked him, he was on rollerblades, not roller skates. But I asked him if he had been on the track itself. And he said not yet, that there's a small straight one right next to it, just a small one. He had done that one, but he had not been up on the actual track itself. And he said he was waiting till when there was like no bikes there because it would be safer.
Miller applauds the effort to put the skate park together, saying that it was a result of effective collaboration with the planning committee and feedback from residents.
There's a group that was organized that was doing all the planning. Wasn't the park committee. It was a separate committee that worked together. They were in charge of the fundraising, they figuring out the locations, all the logistics behind getting it together. Pana Pride mostly just worked with, like I said early on, we did help with a lot of the fundraising. We did cookouts. I remember doing cookouts for it. Some people just donated money that wanted to support it, and Pana Pride held on to those donations until the time came to purchase the track. I mean, I think it's something that Pana needed that we didn't know we needed till it was there. Like I said, every time I go by there, there's kids of all ages on it. So I think it's going to be a positive thing, and I think this summer it's going to get a lot of use for sure.
Away from the skate park, the city's annual celebration of Independence Day takes place the night before from 4:30 to 8:30 at the Pana Fairgrounds. Pana Pride is holding raffles to help raise money for the fireworks and their contributions to the festivities.
There'll be food trucks, bounce houses, and Pana Pride helps out with the bounce houses. We'll be there, I believe we're there from 4:30 to maybe 6:30. 6 or 6:30, work at the bounce houses. That's the shift we got assigned. And then, of course, they're doing some fundraising to help for the fireworks. And so Pana Pride has some of those raffle tickets that if anyone is interested, can contact us. They reach out to me to get those raffle tickets. They're $10 each, and they're raffling off an American flag bag set, a new propane grill, a $200 meat bundle, a $100 gift card, a camping chair set, and a cooler with goodies. So there's a lot of stuff there in that party bundle. They're wanting to draw hopefully on June 26th. So it's coming up this month, but there's still time to get tickets. And again, they're $10 each.
Anyone interested in buying tickets can contact Pana Pride or any member of the organization's leadership. Contact information is available on their website, panapride.org. Miller also reminds Pana residents of the Dumpster Days event, which takes place tomorrow from 8 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. Melissa Miller appeared as a guest on the WTIM Pana Morning Show. And now, a word from Taylorville Community Credit Union.
This is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. We are excited to announce expanded hours at all of our locations. All lobbies are now open from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Monday through Thursday and until 6 p.m. on Friday. All drive-ups are now open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday and until 6 p.m. on Friday. TCCU is here to serve our members at our convenient locations in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, and Litchfield. You can also check us out online at tccu.org or download our mobile app for 24/7 access to your accounts. Member NCUA.
Lincoln Land Community College and the Prairie State Beekeepers will host the 2026 Illinois State Beekeepers Association Summer Meeting June 12th and 13th at A. Lincoln Commons on the LLCC campus in Springfield. The event will also include visits to the LLCC West Lake Nature Grove Apiary. The two-day meeting will feature a mead and beer panel discussion, live on-site apiary presentations, and 17 educational sessions covering a wide range of beekeeping topics. Sessions will include queen rearing and replacement, keeping bees in southern Illinois, regenerative farming practices, the value of bees outside of agriculture, beginner mistakes, beekeeping for educators, and creating beeswax products. Participants can also earn continuing education credits during the training. LLCC College for Kids will offer youth breakout sessions for students in grades 3 through 6. Topics include the science of bees and pollinators, along with hands-on crafting activities. On-site childcare for children 13 and under will also be available for attendees. Programs will be taught by several industry leaders, including LLCC biology professor Dave Cox. More information on registration and pricing can be found at prairiestatebeekeepers.com/2026 summer meeting. And now, a word from Heartland Bank and Trust.
Your son was 3 when you planted that tree in your backyard. Now he's grown, planting seeds and making memories with his own kids. Let Heartland Bank help you grow more memories with banking options for every stage of your life. Welcome, former CNB customers. We're your community bank. Heartland Bank. We build relationships that nurture and grow your dreams. Visit us today at hbtbank.com, member FDIC.
The skies in the town of Arthur will soon be set alight again during its famed annual fireworks show. This year's show takes place on Saturday, June 27th from the baseball field at Juergens Park. The show has attracted over 50,000 visitors, nearly 25 times the town's own population in past years, and organizers are hoping for a similar or better outcome this year. Larry Slaybop helps put on this annual event. He says the fireballs that are lit up are what makes Arthur's show unique from others.
Sure, we have 124 fireballs last year. We have dust fireballs or gas fireballs. They're not, some people think they're mixed. It's either one or the other. We have 2 types of fireballs. The largest one is as tall as the Statue of Liberty, 300 feet tall. It shoots 64 gallons of fuel, and it's wow. Pretty amazing to see
It
that.
sure is.
We end the show with that one, by the way. So I wanted to build that so everybody, no matter how far out in the country, at least everybody could go home and say they saw at least one fireball. And they can see a lot of the others, but if you can't see any of the others, you will see the last one. Yeah. And then
now, you say that because there's approximately how many people there?
I would say there's probably 50,000 people.
Okay.
As this year marks 250 years of the United States' independence, Slayball decided this year's show should have at least as many fireballs.
I worked on it right after last year's show, and it hit some bumps, but we are going to be able to do it. We're making them right now, and we're going to shoot 250 fireballs in addition to the 124 that we shot last year. So it's all in addition, and they will be scripted to music. To America the Beautiful, like wow. An electric guitar version of America the Beautiful. Wow. So after the Niagaras burn and the Rural Patriot rides, and as the Niagaras fade out, the that song will start playing, and they will shoot 250 in 50 seconds.
Wow,
But they will be
that's
timed to
fantastic.
music, and it's going to be organized chaos, I guess.
It's gonna be nice.
It's
celebration.
Really,
Yeah.
I've seen one. There are 7 pods that are 36 in each, and we'll leave 2 empty. So if you do the math, you got 250. But I've only seen one, so I'm really excited to see all 7 together.
The fireballs, or at least a subset of them, can be seen from far away. Interested viewers can also buy tickets to gain priority access to watch directly from the Juergens Park baseball field. Those tickets are now on sale for $10 each.
Okay.
The ball diamond is free, but there is some priority seating, which gets you into an area that's a little closer, and you can buy tickets there at Juergens Park. The gates open at 4. Or you can buy them at Oy's Hardware, First Neighbor Bank, or People's Bank and Trust there in Arthur. They go on sale Monday.
$10.
That's right.
You can't beat that.
No.
And you get a wristband and you come and go, because you have food trailers and all there as well, food trucks and
Yes.
the whole, man, it's just
We have
it's festival.
yeah. The Captain Rat and the Blind Rivets play from 6 to 9, so we have live music. There's 4 skydivers that land on the football field, and they come in about, I think, 7:30 or 8. And then when the last skydiver lands, he brings in the American flag, and we sing the national anthem, and then the excitement just keeps building.
More information on the Arthur fireworks is available at their Facebook page. Larry Slaybaugh appeared as a guest on the WTIM Shelbyville Morning Show. The Citizens Utility Board says they have uncovered what it describes as at least a $54.4 million on overcharges in Illinois American Water Company's latest rate hike request. The request was submitted in January, and the consumer group has been looking into it as the 11-month regulatory approval process plays out. The Illinois Commerce Commission is expected to deliver its decision in early December, but in recent years has slashed millions of dollars in requests from various utilities. Citizens Utility Board spokesman Jim Chilson says other consumer watchdog groups will soon be filing testimony protesting the requested rate hike. If approved as submitted, the water company says the typical residential water customer would see an increase of about $14 per month, and the typical customer served by sanitary wastewater systems would see an increase of approximately $28 per month. This is in the middle of an 11-month process that could see rates increase by January 2027 if approved by the ICC. Now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. 77-year-old John P. Spicer of Witt died on Monday. Cremation rights have been accorded, and arrangements will be made at a later date. Those arrangements are being handled by Steele Dawson Funeral Home in Nokomis. 94-year-old Ramona Mae Grundy of Morrisonville died on Monday. The funeral service is today at 10 at St. Maurice Catholic Church in Morrisonville. Burial will be at St. Maurice Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by Asali Funeral Home in Morrisonville. 89-year-old Arnold Arnie Hilliard of Taylorville died May 16th. A celebration of life will take place tomorrow from 1 till 4 at Taylorville Christian Church in Taylorville. The sharing of memories will take place tomorrow at 2, also at Taylorville Christian Church. Cremation rights have been accorded, and he will be interred at Camp Butler National Cemetery at noon today. Arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. And 79-year-old Rita Ann Harris of Taylorville died May 23rd. A celebration of life will take place Sunday at 2 at the Family Lake House at 401 South Hunt Road in Taylorville. A prayer service will immediately follow. Arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. Get local news anytime at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.